Head east from Wauru in the central North Island and you'll find a mighty expanse of soaring beauty. No one lives here and visitors are rare, but this rugged landscape is far from empty. 2 decades ago, over 1,700 horses made their home here. Far too many for the land to sustain. So, to save them and the environment, the great Kaimanawa horse muster began.
This is our population control method for these animals. In a natural environment where horses were a natural part of the environment, there'd be a predator that would be keeping the population in check and responding to weak animals or sick animals or whatever. But we don't have that here.
The muster itself is an extraordinary sight. No dogs, no motorbikes, no one on horseback, just a pilot and his chopper. Keep watching and very quickly man and machine begin to resemble the hard-working sheepdogs they've replaced. Up, down, left, right and lots of sideways. This is a cross between the ballet and a dog show. What makes a good chopper musterer?
Just knowing the animals and your environment that you're in and so forth, and that where they need to crossings and yeah, we sort of been doing it for a few years now, so we know exactly where they need to come in. A lot of times we're just watching the lead animal and where it's looking it's going to go, so yeah, we try to put blocks and so forth and that in, and your colts are the stallions and that are the ones that are running the most of the mob.
Back in the yards, the muster is gathering pace. It's only midday and already 82 horses have been brought in, some from up to 25 kilometres away. Vet Nigel Coddington is in charge of the animals' welfare and a veteran of all 20 Kaimanawa musters.
Condition's good. Since the big muster, the condition on the horses have been a hell of a lot better. So it's, up here this year it'd probably be the best feed I've seen this year. So often we get a very skinny mare come in, even though we've got the numbers down, and she's in foal with a foal-at foot. So what she's eating is for 3, not 1. But this year, no, even those mares are in pretty good nick.
His main role today is drafting the horses as they arrive in the yards.
When they first come in, we take the colts off, because once the colts are off on their own, they don't fight anywhere near as much, whereas if you leave them with the mares, they claim their harem and they scrap with each other.
It's a strategy that works surprisingly well.
19 of these horses have just been brought in, and you can sense how strange it must be for them. After all, they've never been this close to humans, they've never been in an enclosure before, and of course they've never been mustered by a helicopter before. But what's also interesting is how calm they are. Now the males have been separated from the mares and the foals, a relaxed, kind of strange calmness has taken over.
Back at the drafting gates, things are much more animated. The job now is to separate the yearlings, mares and foals.
We get orders for mare-foal combinations, so they want a mare with a foal-at foot. So when they come in small groups, we try to identify the mare and the foal, mark them and take them off so that we've fulfilled those orders.
The order system he's talking about is one of the key aspects of the whole operation. While this is a cull, it's a cull where the animals that are removed are rehomed in as many cases as possible, rather than be sent to the abattoir.
They've found homes for about 110 horses, so it'll depend on the mix of horses we end up with in the musters, whether we can fill all those orders, but yeah, it's a really great result.
This year, Doc has decided to reduce the population to 300. That means removing around 200 horses from the 500-strong herd. And as the day progresses, the number of horses brought in quickly approaches the target. The next day breaks cool and clear.
Yep, let it go.
In the yards, the musterers are still drafting, but now the operation has moved to another phase. It's time to load the trucks and send the horses to new homes all over the island.
They're in fantastic condition. Their condition gets better and better every year.
Simone Fruin is in charge of rehoming the animals. She spent many months finding and then personally visiting hundreds of prospective owners.
How many will you be rehoming?
115. So
that's the number you'll be loading up onto trucks today?
yes, that's 115 lives that'll be going on to do lots of productive things in the equestrian world. So
Must be a good feeling.
it is, yeah, particularly when you see all these babies.
The horses cost just $250, but much to Simone's great disappointment, she's still been unable to find a home for every horse.
Obviously we can't take all of them, and so yeah, the ones that are left here are the ones that go straight to the abattoir.
But that won't be the fate for the 40 Kaimanawas on this truck. They're off to Huntly on the first leg of what will be a 2-day journey. 6 hours later they arrive, confused no doubt, but healthy and calm. It's day 3, and today the horses will finish their long journey to new homes. Among those looking on is Karen Teague. She's come to Huntly to see the mare and foal she recently decided to adopt.
So that's her there.
Which one?
That one there, the lovely, with the lovely white
Oh, yeah.
and the big letter C between her eyes.
Gorgeous.
And her baby looking at us. I can't
Amazing
believe
to think
that.
they were completely wild 2 days ago.
Exactly.
So why have you chosen to take these two horses?
I was just so absolutely moved by how beautiful they are. I don't deal in ponies, I only deal in horses in my business. But I was absolutely moved when I saw them.
They still can be broken, they still can be trained?
Definitely, that old idea, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. You can teach an old horse anything. And I'm going to love finding that out with these guys.
As if to prove the point, the two horses calmly board the truck.
The way she trotted, like she's just
Lovely movement.
gorgeous.
It's incredible, isn't it? It's beautiful.
Good picking.
Thank you.
For Simone Fruin, it's the end of an emotional few months. The joy of seeing 115 horses going to good homes tempered by the fact that 70 would be sent to the works.
I was a bit of a mess watching those trucks drive out the other day.
But as Karen's horses arrive in South Auckland, there's only happiness. It's taken 500 kilometres to get here, but considering everything they've been through, they're in remarkably good condition.
Isn't she stunning? I mean, you could go out and look at a produced, domesticated pony, go through the magazines, etc., and you wouldn't find something necessarily as beautiful as her.
For the horses and horse lovers, it's been an intense 3 days. But in 2 years' time, it'll happen all over again. An extraordinary muster to protect an extraordinary group of animals.